this is going to be a short episode, and I'm going to look at a couple pieces of mail. I'm Amani Sawari, the founder of Sawari Media, and I am the chief editor of a national prisoner newsletter called the Right2Vote Report, which informs incarcerated citizens of their rights and ways to be civically engaged. So today we're going to be looking at a letter from a longtime subscriber that takes us back to the national prison strike. The national prison strike was coordinated by incarcerated jailhouse lawyers in 2017, and I was recruited to coordinate that effort. It was the largest prisoner demonstration in the United States history. It was inspired by prisoner demonstrations like the Attica Uprising, the California hunger strikes as well. Anyway, if you guys want a history on prisoner movements and demonstrations, that can be another piece. This right here is coming from someone who participated in the 2018 efforts. Peace. Out of California. Peace to the earth. I trust that all is well with you and your team out in Detroit. Out here in this prison, the hunger/work strikers have been let off of the CTQ, confined to quarters status. But chief, he names the chief here. The medication is still being played with by the medical staff on D yard. Also, I've been transferred to the level 3 Echo yard, that's E yard. Currently, I'm on orientation status. I was literally about to say, so he's not able to move about the prison itself. Now, prisoners already don't have freedom of movement, but moving about the actual facility, he cannot do. The actual yard, he's not able to do while in orientation status, where I have no movement unless going to the chow hall for breakfast and dinner until I'm seen by my counselor. And I'm sure the counselor's overwhelmed. I'm sure the facility is understaffed. So he's going to be on this wait list for a while. I'm still in the studio. I'm sorry. I've been in the studio. Plug, if you guys want to hear my music, it's coming out. Listen to some of my current releases and what I'm working on here, sawari.org, which is also where you can find my organizing work around these issues, prisoner human rights issues as well. Going on. Currently, I'm in orientation status. Oh, I read that part already. I'm still in the studies and working on projects along with the brothers on Delta Yard, B Yard, which he mentioned earlier. D Yard is where he was residing before they recently moved him. I look forward to the next issue of the Right to Vote. Please forward all mail to this address until further notice. I trust you to be safe out there in the free society. In solidarity. There you go. That gives you guys a little sneak peek into what some of my readers endure, what the life in prison is like. From this letter, we can learn a few things. So the prison itself is managed by people, and most of the people who manage the prison are the prisoners themselves. When you think about the people who are cooking, who are maintaining the yard, who are doing the dishes, all that stuff. When it comes to the actual administrative support, those people are not actually connected, nor do they even value the lives of the people that they're servicing. And so it makes it really difficult for the people who depend on this environment, who have no other choice but to rely on the resources that are available in that environment. It makes it really difficult for them to progress in that environment with that setup. And so we see that in this letter. Another thing that we see in this letter is that when he's new to that area of the prison, he's not able to do anything outside of his cell. And so that makes it really hard to adjust. And on top of that, the third thing that we see in this letter is that the people that were helping him grow, the brothers in Delta Yard, D Yard, and the projects that he was working on, the people he was studying with, now he's not even able to have recreation time with them. And so this isn't a fun situation for this reader. However, the hunger and the work strikers have been let out of this this super monitored, confined to quarters, like they're not allowed to leave this specific area because they're considered, a risk or whatever the case may be, just because they asserted their rights as human beings. That has now been lifted. That weight's gone, but, and this is another form of retaliation, I think he's been moved, he's been placed into a new status. He no longer has access to the people that he was studying with and growing with. And he can only move to go eat shit food. All right, so let's end this episode with reflecting